So today is my birthday. I am 32 years old and I get to hang out with Randy, which is nice. We're gonna work out, do something really quick because we have a dinner, and then we're gonna go see a movie called Weapons.
Know what it's about?
It's about 17 children missing, kind of like a paranormal movie-esque.
Do you like stuff like that?
I don't mind it. I don't like the serial killer stuff, but paranormal stuff is, I can deal with more than serial killer. But the only thing I know from the trailer is that there's little children and they run around like this. That's all I know. So that's all I got for you guys. If y'all have seen the movie. Yeah, so we're gonna find out if it's actually good. We'll let you know. But I think we're gonna start off with doing some sled pushes because we have this whole like turf area, which is nice out here. And this gym's only like 5 minutes away from us. They got like ropes, everything. So I could probably do some like CrossFit Games training out here if I'm getting ready for the games next year. We're gonna do some sleds. I think we're gonna do some sprinting because we're trying to, at least Randy is, he's trying to sprint once a week. So I'll see how long I can sprint for. We'll see. I got one speed, slow. I'm also, fun fact, wearing the same shirt as I was wearing in the last video I did, and it is significantly smaller. It feels like it's baby gap, so this shirt may go away, or it just becomes a crop top. I don't know. We're definitely in a belt squat, because I have a belt squat here, or I am. Hit some lower body, and then probably call it a day so we can get to our dinner on time. Early dinner, like old people. Anything else we're gonna do? Maybe some accessory?
Probably. I don't know.
I want to do hip thrust, but I'm kind of at this point where my stomach is getting too big, and that belt that sits there is starting to have too much pressure. So I got to figure out different ways to do hip thrusts without doing the hip thrust, which is kind of sad. So we'll see what we get into. I'm feeling a lot better. I think I said this in my last video, but I am feeling better than I was before like the 20-week mark, and I'm almost at the 22-week mark. He is the size of a banana. Kind of a weird fruit shape. I feel like he's sitting like super low, and so a lot of things are starting to not feel comfortable, and I've found myself starting to cone more, so I feel a lot of tension like through here. So I feel like I'm gonna have to continue to modify as needed, but I'm just starting to feel things more than I thought I was going to at this point. So like even doing like, I can't do like a plank because I'm starting to feel that. I think I'm gonna have to take out toe to bar. I did toe to bar this week and started feeling that a lot, so I don't want to continue to push into causing separation in my core. Energy wise, I am starting to feel better. Food wise, I'm happy with being able to eat more of what I want to eat. Hopefully it stays that way. The only, I guess, downfall right now is sleeping. I feel like in the middle of the night I don't sleep well, and so I'm having to sleep until like 9 or 10 a.m. to make up for the sleep that I'm not getting in the middle of the night, and I don't know what that's about. But apparently there's pregnancy insomnia, so maybe I'm experiencing that.
What are these shoes you're wearing?
These are the drop set controls.
Running? Training?
Yeah, they're like cross training shoes. So like I was wearing the Every Sets last year, and that was more of like a court shoe. Tennis court shoe.
I don't know that that's a court shoe.
That's what it said. That's what they said.
I don't think so. Drop set? That sounds like a training
No, not
shoe.
the drop set. The Every Set that I was wearing last year.
I don't believe that's it. I could be wrong.
I was wearing that a lot, but then this is the second version of the Every Set, and they're now considered in the family of drop set, which is the CrossFit training shoe that Adidas has. So I like these a lot. I feel like I can run like 200 to 400 meters in them.
Do you feel like they'll be okay for sprinting?
Yeah, I sprinted in them last week or 2 weeks ago, so they should be good for sprinting and everything that we're doing, like squatting. They're pretty flat, so I feel like I can feel the ground. And then for sled pushes, they should be pretty good too. I feel like they're overall like a good cross training shoe as far as the Adidas shoes that they make.
Here's what advice would you give, just being 22 weeks in almost, to another athlete who's starting their pregnancy journey?
Well, I feel like I have a leg up in a sense of, I feel like the last 2 years of my training personally has really had to be modified, and I've had to listen to intuition and slow down a lot and say no more in the gym. The theme was like, just because you can doesn't mean you always should. And so that's kind of a theme that I brought into pregnancy. It's just like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. and really trying to listen to intuition of like doing something and maybe it doesn't feel particularly great, and just being like, all right, I need to change that instead of pushing into it, which is really hard, I think, for an athlete. I feel like I'm still struggling with that as my stomach grows, but it's something that I've had to put into practice the last 2 years of training for the games, is doing a lot less volume in the gym, saying no a lot more to things that I want to do, and having to modify a lot and still like being enough for me. Though I feel like I'm having to modify a lot more now with the stomach, it's still the same concept of saying no more, being okay with that, realizing that if I say no now, I'll be able to say yes later. And that's going to be really important for trying to come back as an athlete. So I'm trying to remind myself of that. Like, this is actually probably good for me and a good rest for my body. And I think as an athlete, as you get longer into your career, more rest ends up being a benefit to you. So I'm trying to see it as that, as kind of like a long extended rest period for myself, and my body was probably going to thank me for all this rest. So that's what I'm trying to remind myself right now. We just got done at Coast Fitness working out. I think we accomplished everything that we wanted to accomplish in a short amount of time. We did some sled pushing that was very slow.
Yeah, it didn't. The intent was there. I guess that's what matters.
The effort.
Try to move it fast. That's all you can do.
The effort was there, and then I felt the same for. Well, we did. We filmed some power skipping because we thought we were skipping way higher than we actually were. So once again,
I don't know that I thought I was skipping high. I just thought I was skipping higher than you, and I wasn't.
Flying baby over here. Do I look funny?
No, it just looks like.
Struggle.
No, not pushing off. It just looks like something's pulling you back down.
There's definitely something pulling me down.
That's probably what I look like too, though.
how do you feel about your
Not good.
skip?
That's about like yours. My knee is moving up. Nothing else.
Is there something pulling you back down?
No. No baby.
No baby in there. Yeah, that was rough. And then I feel like the sprinting was the same way for us. It was like, ooh. I feel like that's.
We don't sprint that often though, so
That's true.
I feel like it's a skill in itself.
Yeah.
So you just need, and that's something that you lose really, really quickly if you don't do it. So.
Yeah. I got one speed. Slow. Sad. And I'm out of breath, like, with everything now. But especially with sprinting.
We've only done 3.
I know. I'm already at 90 with my heart rate. It's bad. Instagram versus reality. Good reality check when you videotape
it's
yourself.
a reminder to do it more often, maybe.
That's
maybe
true.
not for you, but
I'll still do it. Yeah.
all you can.
I guess the only thing that I felt personally when I was sprinting, which isn't any surprise to me, was just like lower, I think it's like lower ligament pain. Like,
Was it pain though?
Or just tightness. Yeah, like tightness, stretching, which I've personally talked to my doctor about that, and he's not worried about it. He's like, you're gonna feel that because, well, you're growing a baby and there's a lot of stretching going on, and you're working out. So if he's not concerned, I'm not concerned about it. Obviously I should still manage it, so I don't want it to linger. So if I'm feeling that stretch for an extended period of time after I get done, kind of like an injury, right? Like you're coming back from an injury and you're like feeling something during, but then it stops after. I feel like that's a good indicator that you're still okay.
I feel.
Or is that bad?
I feel like you have a lot of unsolicited advice coming in this video if you post it.
Okay, maybe I won't say that.
That's expected anyway. I feel like anything you do when you're pregnant, there's going to be somebody that pops up that says
Yeah.
it's wrong.
Facts.
I think it's right to just stay inside and be sedentary and
Fragile.
yeah.
There's a middle ground. But anyways, I felt okay doing it. I just felt that stretching during, and then it went away after, so not a big deal. And then we ended up going inside. There's like a lower body room, which is a nice setup, I think, for a gym, for like a Globo gym, where basically all the lower body machines are in there. So we went in there, hit some belt squat, or I did, and some It was like a standing leg curl, which is bump friendly for me. So I think that was a good combo. And then Randy ended up doing some hip thrust and used the Rogue leg press machine, which he seems to give 2 thumbs up about. So
Smooth.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a single leg one. It's pretty smooth. I don't leg press much, so I don't have much to compare it to, but it certainly feels better than some of the horizontal ones. I don't want to throw any companies under the bus, but we go to a lot of hotel gyms, and they're typically like your, horizontal leg press where the actual seat is moving as opposed to the plate. So the plate loaded one where the foot plate moves single leg is feels pretty smooth, pretty good. Good job, Rogue.
Good job, Rogue. Sponsor us. I'm just
Shout
kidding.
out, Rogue.
Shout out, Rogue. Yeah, and then we ended up, what was the last thing we did?
We did some Nordic hamstring curls. They had also Rogue. I guess Nordic, I don't know what they would call it, but it was just basically a pad that had a roller device on the back for your feet. Takes up probably a good amount of space for a machine that you only use for one thing, or a device you only use for one thing, but feels good. Cool that they have one. Not a lot of places have those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of gyms that I've been to that have that.
Apologies.
That's well. But anyways, yeah, so we finished up there. Now we're gonna, I feel like we're always rushing everywhere, but come
No
home.
rush. We have 30 minutes.
Well, I gotta take the dogs out still.
Yeah.
Take the doggies out,
Little rush.
maybe shower.
Little
Luckily,
rush.
yeah, a little rush. And then be at this place in 30 minutes. See how this goes. All right, we made it to dinner. Only 15 minutes late to dinner, but we got a spot, we got a table, and it was really good. We had a lot of appetizers. I think our stomachs were bigger than our eyes with that. We had a ton of appetizers, actually.
You said that backwards.
I did?
You said
Oh.
our stomachs were bigger than our eyes.
Our eyes were bigger than our stomachs. Oh. I was thinking really hard about that before I said it, and I thought I was saying it right. But I was wrong. Our stomachs were bigger than our eyes.
You said it wrong again.
Dang it. Our eyes were bigger than our stomachs. There we go. Okay. Special. Got 2 orders of the chicken lettuce wraps that were really good. We had some crab dip that was really good as well. And what was the other thing? Oh, we had those little dumplings. Those were so-so. It was too slimy for me. They need to be cooked a little bit more, but it was still good. And then we both just got like a prime New York strip steak. It was like 14 ounces. And we both did not finish it because we had too many appetizers. But it was actually probably, for me personally, one of the better steaks that I've had in California. We got some cheesecakes, little tiny squared cheesecakes. It's like a creme brulee cheesecake, which we got to go because, well, the Flores are running late. So I think if we didn't order the cheesecake, we would have been fine and gotten to the movies on time. But the movie started, well, the previews for the movie started 6 minutes ago. And fun fact, I don't know if it's like this at every theater, but the last time we went to the movies, we were 30 minutes late to it, and the movie was started like 2 minutes after we sat down. So that was fun. So we're hoping that this theater is the same. It's a different theater, but maybe luck is on our side.
I think we missed it this time.
No.
I think it's 5 minutes in by the time we get there.
Hopefully not. The 2 greatest features about me, about myself, are 1, I can get dressed super quickly, even if it's for a fancy restaurant. When we went from the gym to dinner, even though we were late, got ready in 10 minutes. You can always get dressed in the car. So I did a wardrobe change in the car. Now I got all my Adidas gear on. Got my flipper flappers, t-shirt, shorts. Switched out of my dress in the car. Well, we just got done with the movies. I don't know how much we missed of it. What do you think, like 5 minutes?
Hard to say. I feel like it had already explained that the kids were missing.
Yeah.
So maybe 10,
Yeah, maybe
5
10.
to 10. But you kind of got a gist of what's going on.
Yeah. But it was good. I thought it was good. I told Randy that it reminded me a mixture of like a Hansel and Gretel.
But you've never seen that.
I know, but I'm
So-
just saying like a witch, and there's like kids
Well, you're
involved.
giving it away.
Oh, oops. And then like the Joker, and then like a zombie movie, all mixed together. That's what my thought is. But what do you rate it at?
I don't know, maybe seven-ish overall for a movie. Maybe like an 8.25 for a horror movie. 8.5.
There's like a little bit of some comedy in there too, which I don't mind. Or I guess I was laughing. I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but I
I
laughed
said
anyways.
this when you weren't recording, but I felt like it was like kind of like a 80s to 90s era horror movie. It reminded me of like how older horror movies used to be.
To the people that watch horror movies. I did not, but Randy did. So Randy would know. Who's honking?
This person behind me, probably.
Alright. Alright, it's currently 10 p.m. on the dot. And we just got back walking the dogs, took them out for a final time tonight. Let's see. Overall, good day. Thanks for giving me a good birthday day. Love you.
Love you.
I had a good birthday. Thanks for following along. That was a good day of just getting to do normal stuff, but with my best friend, so I was happy. Happy about it all. And so is Bao Bao. Happy girl. Alright guys. Peace out.